We have brand new pictures of captured Mexican drug lord Joaquín El Chapo Guzman. This is his prison mugshot. You can see there his head has been shaved. American actor Sean Penn is responding to criticism over his secret meeting with El Chapo. He told the Associated Press he has, quote, nothing to hide. Penn's comments come after photos surfaced that appear to show him just before the interview. CNN senior Latin affairs editor Rafael Romo has more.
Is this Sean Penn arriving in Mexico back in October on his way to meet the world's most infamous drug lord? Mexican newspaper El Universal claims this is indeed the two-time Oscar winner. El Universal also published several other pictures that allegedly show Penn meeting with Joaquín El Chapo Guzman's people. A source with the Mexican government told CNN the pictures are legitimate and were taken by Mexican intelligence teams. Sean Penn published an article in Rolling Stone magazine Saturday claiming he met with Guzman in October in Mexico, an encounter brokered by Mexican star Kate del Castillo.
Quiero dejar en claro el contenido de esta entrevista es exclusivo para la señorita Kate del Castillo y el señor Sean Penn.
The meeting was so secret, Penn said, that he and Del Castillo were told to leave any electronics behind before boarding an airplane, supposedly with a device that jams radar. But these new pictures suggest that Sean Penn's get-together with El Chapo might not have been so secret after all, and was instead being monitored by Mexican intelligence officials at all times. Now Mexican authorities say they want to question both Penn and Del Castillo.
Any concern about Sean Penn at all? If the Mexicans want him, will the U.S. make sure that they are able to talk to him?
Well, it poses a lot of very interesting questions, both for him and for others involved in this, this so-called interview. So we'll see what happens on that. I'm not going to get ahead of it.
The meeting with El Chapo has been both praised and criticized by journalists and fellow actors.
I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding, okay? Not even Sean Penn will find me.
Among those condemning Penn is Republican presidential candidate Marco Rubio.
If one of these American actors who have benefited from the greatness of this country, who have made money from our free enterprise system, want to go fawn all over a criminal and a drug trafficker in their interviews, they have a constitutional right to do it. I find it grotesque.
In the end, it seems El Chapo wanted to have the meeting, an interview that might have cost him his freedom.
And for more on this story, Rafael Romo joins me now on set. Incredible story this is. Rafael, did Sean Penn unknowingly lead law enforcement officials to El Chapo? And if so, could his life be in danger?
That appears to be the case, certainly, because if you look at those pictures, they were taken from eye level, so they're not surveillance camera video. They are pictures that were probably taken with a long lens by Mexican intelligence officials. And when you deal with people like these, definitely, if they perceive that you were responsible for putting them in the hands of law enforcement, yeah, your life can be in danger, definitely.
Now, we do have that full 17 minutes of the Rolling Stones interview, which is incredible to listen to. And throughout it, El Chapo seems to make excuses for ending up in the drug trade. What did you learn about him?
Well, there are many interesting things in that interview. Number one, he says he hopes he'll die of a natural death. He says that he still frequently visits his mother, well, before he was caught again. And he paints a picture of himself that tells you a lot about how he perceives himself. He says, I grew up so poor, growing beans and corns. I had to sell bread, I had to sell oranges, I had to sell soft drinks to make ends meet, and I had no other alternative but to start selling drugs. And one of the parts that caught my attention the most was the part where he was asked whether he considers himself a violent person. Let's take a listen.
¿Usted se considera un hombre violento? No, señor. ¿Usted busca que no haya violencia? ¿Usted busca evitar la violencia como solamente deja la violencia como último recurso? Pues yo lo que hago es defenderme nada más, pero que yo ande buscando problemas, jamás. Espero que, pues, sé que un día me voy a morir. Espero que sea muerte natural.
So for the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, a man who has armies of armed men, hitmen,
henchman. In other words, to say that he is not looking for trouble, that he's only defending himself, it's a very tough argument to make, really.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Well, this is a story that isn't going to go away. I'm sure we will talk to you about it very soon. Rafael Romo, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here in the CNN newsroom, still to come, a poll shows Bernie Sanders surging ahead of Hillary Clinton in the key state of Iowa. The US Vice President tells CNN why he thinks Sanders is connecting with voters.